Over the years, the Hungaroring and its fan base has become a staple of international touring car competition. Not only does the track present a particular challenge to the drivers, the atmosphere at the circuit can be infectious too. A quite special characteristic of racing at the Hungaroring is the support that can be heard and seen for local Hungarian talent. A perhaps similar ilk to the Tifosi at Monza, fans at the Hungaroring have gained the reputation of having an impressive warmth towards their favorite drivers. Drivers to watch in recent history, those cheers from the grandstands have more often than not been for Norbert Michelis, who must be considered as a national sporting hero at this point. At the world level of touring car racing, Michelis has won on his home turf twice. Certainly, he has the pedigree to make that 3 wins this time around, however, it won't be as straightforward as you might expect. Admittedly, after the season opener at Marrakesh, his car, the Hyundai i30N TCR, does seem to be the one to beat. In the hands of Gabriele Tarquini, Thad Bjork and Ivan Muller, the i30N was the class of the field. Unfortunately, Michelis was unable to benefit from the car's performance. An engine fire and a loose wheel were just a couple of the issues which Norby had to face, and as such, was unable to bring home the sort of results that he may have hoped for. But after initially qualifying quick enough to claim a front-row grid position for the first race in Morocco, Michelis proved that he certainly has the pace to be a frontrunner in this year's competition. A large factor in Michelis's ability to win a race in Hungary effectively comes down to whether or not the BRC racing team have managed to cure his car's mechanical woes. If they have, then Michelis should be right at the sharp end. However, he won't have it all his own way, at least not if his teammate has anything to do with it. Norbert Michelis will hope to capitalize on his Hyundai's performance this time around. Credit, WTCR. While the home crowd may be cheering for Michelis, his stablemate at BRC Racing will no doubt be hoping to rain on that particular parade. Having spent a year away from the track to develop the Hyundai, Gabriele Tarquini's prior experience of the car proved to be a recipe for success in Marrakesh. At the opening round of the season, Tarquini walked away with 2 race wins from a possible 3, and a healthy lead in the championship points table. Looking ahead to round 2, the veteran Italian will unquestionably be hoping to continue that trend if at all possible. Away from the Hyundai cohort, a host of other manufacturers will be trying to break the South Korean marque's early stranglehold on the championship. Leopard Lukoil Team WRT picked up the win in race 2 at Marrakesh after benefiting from the reversed starting grid. This time around, Jean-Carl Vernet and Gordon Shedden will be looking to get their Audi 3 Rupees LMS TCRs towards the very front on pure pace alone. Guerrieri and the new Honda Civic FK TCR have plenty of potential that's yet to be reached. Credit, François Flamand, DPPI. Likewise, the same can be said for Munich Motorsport. With a trio of new Honda Civic FK8 TCRs, and 3 top-quality drivers to go with them, there's plenty of potential in their 2018 project that has yet to be realized. Factory-backed Honda driver, Esteban Guerrieri, will want to bounce back after a rather mixed opening race weekend in Morocco. An improvement on the team's best result from the North African venue, Jan Erlicher's 4th place in race 3, would certainly be welcome. The sole Volkswagen-equipped team, Sebastian Loeb Racing, could also be contenders for outright victory. Both of their drivers, Rob Huff and Mehdi Benani, claimed podium results at the Circuit Moulay El Hassan, so the team certainly aren't far away from being on top. A final team to mention is Zengo Motorsport. The local Hungarian team perhaps won't be contenders for the top positions at the Hungaroring, however Zsolt Szabo and Norbert Nagy will want to put on a strong performance for the crowd nonetheless. A good fight in the mid-pack, or maybe even their first points of the season, would signal success for the young team and their 2 Cupra TCRs. The wildcards, an interesting new feature of the World Touring Car Cup WTCR, is the introduction of a formal wildcard system. For the majority of the championship's rounds, 2 additional drivers will be welcomed to the starting grid to race alongside the WTCR regulars. The intention is for those 2 drivers to be of the same nationality as the host venue for that event. As such, with the series heading to the Hungaroring next, 2 more Hungarian drivers have been added to the entry list. 18-year-old Attila Tassi will be racing a Honda Civic FK8 TCR for Hell Racing by KCMG, a Le Mans winning team in the LMP2 class. Despite being the second youngest driver in the field, only senior to Boots and Ginion's Benjamin Lessenis, Tassi himself is no stranger to success. Last year, he was the runner-up in the 2017 TCR International Series, eventually losing the title to Jean-Carl Vernet at the final event in Dubai. Ahead of the weekend, Tifosi voiced his excitement to test his skills against the world's elite touring car drivers. "I'm incredibly excited that I will race at the Hungaroring WTCR event with Hell Racing Team. It's the result of a lot of hard work behind the scenes by a lot of people, and I'm thrilled that this has all come together. To race in front of my home crowd in an FIA World Cup event is a dream come true. The level of competition will be higher than anything I've experienced in my racing career, but I'm not going there to make up the numbers, and will instead push for the absolute best result I can possibly achieve. I can't wait." Daniel Nagy will race a Hyundai i30 MTCR for M1RA Racing in 2018. Credit: WTCR. Joining Tifosi will be ex-Zengo Motorsport driver Daniel Nagy, another young gun at just 20 years old. For 2018, Nagy has joined Tifosi's ex-team, M1RA Racing, which happens to be owned by Norbert Michelis, where he'll compete in one of the rapid Hyundai i30 and TCRs. Both Tifosi and Nagy will be racing against each other for the remainder of 2018 too, as both intend on entering the TCR Europe Series on a full-time basis. Nagy commented, "My main aim this year is being competitive in TCR Europe with M1RA and the Hyundai i30 and TCR, but I am extremely motivated by this opportunity in WTCR, especially in front of a home crowd. I raced on home soil in the WTCC last year for first time, and it will be a lifelong memory for me. This time I will drive exactly the same car as the other Hyundai drivers, so I am very curious what I can achieve in this excessively strong competition. I hope I can improve my confidence a bit with a good result 1 week before the start of TCR Europe." The schedule: Day 1, the 28th of April, free practice 1, 30 minutes, free practice 2, 30 minutes, first qualifying, 30 minutes, race 1, 12 laps. Day 2, the 29th of April, second qualifying Q1, 20 minutes, second qualifying Q2, 10 minutes, second qualifying Q3, top 5 shootout. Race 2, 12 laps, top 10 positions after second qualifying reversed to form the starting grid. Race 3, 15 laps, grid formed by combined order after Q3. Event coverage: you can live stream the first race of the weekend for free on the WTCR's Facebook and Twitter pages, or from Oscaro.com if you live in Belgium, France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Switzerland or the USA. On Sunday, Race 2 and Race 3 will be broadcast live on Eurosport, Fox Sports Latin America, J Sports Japan, M4 Sport Hungary, OSN Middle East and North Africa, and 2M Morocco. If you're unable to catch the racing on TV, then be sure to check in on the checkeredflag.co.uk, as we'll have reports from qualifying in all the races right here on the site.